Namaste. I am Advocate B.R. Bornak. Today I am going to give information about the GDC and A examination because I receive calls or emails or WhatsApp messages from many students, many persons who are willing to do the GDC and A course. So for your information, I am explaining about the GDC and A examination. See, GDC and A, long form of the GDC and A, that is Government Diploma in Cooperation and Accountancy. This exam is of 6 subjects. If you pass all the 6 subjects, then along with GDC and A diploma, you are given one certificate. Means that in one certificate only, it is mentioned that GDC and A and CHM. So what is the CHM? That is Certificate in Cooperative Housing Management. So if you pass all subjects, there are 6 subjects in GDC examination. If you pass all these 6 subjects, then you will be given certificate mentioning therein GDC and A and CHM, that is Government Diploma in Cooperation and Accountancy and Certificate in Cooperative Housing Management. If you pass first 3 subjects only, then you will be awarded this certificate only, that is CHM certificate, a Certificate in Cooperative Housing Management. Now we will refer this diploma as GDC and A only henceforth. So this GDC and A diploma, that is awarded by the Government of Maharashtra through the GDC and A board, which is situated at Pune. Headquarter of this GDC and A board is at Pune, and this GDC and A board functions under the Department of Cooperation of the Government of Maharashtra. So we can say this diploma is government diploma, and in name itself it is mentioned the Government Diploma in Cooperation and Accountancy. Main object behind launching this diploma by the Government of Maharashtra, that is to make available qualified persons as professionals in the ever-growing cooperative sector and housing sector in Maharashtra. Because in cooperative sector we find lack of availability of professionals. So after passing this diploma, it is assumed that you get professional qualification, required knowledge, and you, after having some experience, you become a professional in a cooperative sector for certain types of societies only, because there are types of societies, class of societies A, B, C, D, E. So you can can be granted to work as profession like auditor, etc. For C, D, and E type societies. Okay, so this was the main objective, that is to make available qualified persons as professionals in the ever-growing cooperative sector and housing sector in the Maharashtra. Now let us have a look. Let us understand what is the eligibility criteria to appear for the GDC and examination. Here I request all of you that please don't refer Google posts. In Google some posts are shared mentioning different criteria. Okay, so they are misguiding students. I receive many calls or messages from some students that in Google it is mentioned that only commerce graduate can appear, second class is required, experience is required, all these things. Please don't refer or follow this information. This is absolutely wrong. What I am telling now, that is as per the guidelines issued by the GDC and A board. Okay. So eligibility criteria, first and foremost eligibility criteria, that if you are a graduate of any stream, even if you are arts graduate, that is BA, if you are science graduate, that is BSc, if you are commerce graduate, that is BCom, you are an MBA, then you are graduate from engineering or graduate from any other stream. you are straightway eligible to appear for this examination. And for graduate students, there is no any requirement of particular percentage. If you are past class students, you are eligible. There is no requirement of experience as well. Means for a graduate student, the candidate must be simply graduate from any stream. Percentage criteria is not required and experience criteria is not required. If you are graduate, then straight away you are eligible to appear for this examination. Okay. Now, second criteria or second that is criteria, that is if you are departmental or cooperative institutional employees, means you are working in cooperative department, that is government department, or you are working somewhere else in any cooperative institute like cooperative society, means if you are working in cooperative bank, if you are working in cooperative credit society, if you are working in cooperative housing society, and you are likely to be made permanent in the service in that particular society or bank. Then after obtaining experience certificate from that society, that institute, you are eligible to appear for this examination even if you are undergraduate. So if you are 10th standard and if you get this experience certificate, then you must have at least 5 years experience. And if you are 12th standard pass, then you must have 3 years experience certificate. And this experience certificate, that is preferred from supervisory and above category. Means you must have experience of at least supervisory category or upper category, that is managerial category, from supervisory upwards. This experience is required for whom? For departmental or cooperative institutional employees. If SSC, then 5 years experience. If HSC, that is 12th standard, then 3 years experience. So this is eligibility criteria, and this is as per guidelines issued by the GDC&A board. Now you please don't refer any eligibility criteria mentioned in the Google by some persons who have posted some their post in Google. So please don't consider those posts. So what I have told, that is as per the guidelines issued by the GDC&A board. Now here let us see the passing criteria for the GDC&A examination. The diploma named and styled as GDC&A is awarded to the candidates appearing for all 6 subjects and having been passed. Which are these 6 subjects? I am going to explain later on. If you appear for all 6 subjects and if you get passed, get through this examination after by passing all these 6 subjects, then you are awarded this GDC&A and CHM certificate. The minimum passing is 40%. Means for individual subjects, the minimum passing criteria is 40%. Each subject is of 100 marks. Means you must get 40 marks in each subject with an aggregate of 240 marks. Means aggregate marks 240 marks. Here you can be given some grace marks. Some grace marks are given, but grace marks are given up to 5 marks, etc. Then these grace marks will be considered for this aggregate purpose. Means if you get less than 40 marks in some in any subject, then if you get passed, if you this scores 40% by getting these grace marks, then these grace marks are added to that particular subjects, and thus your aggregate comes to 40 marks or more. Means here 40% for each paper with an aggregate of 240 marks, that is passing criteria for GDC&A examination. Then the certificate named and styled as CHM, that is Certificate in Housing Management, that is awarded to the candidates who have passed in first 3 papers of GDC&A examination. Means if you appear for first 3 papers, and if you want to appear for CHM certificate only, not for entire GDC and A, then you can appear for CHM certificate only, and you have to fill up separate form. So for CHM certificate, if you want to appear, then there is a separate form, and fees is at lower side. Okay. First, if you pass by appearing for CHM examination by submitting a separate form, and if you pass first, there are only 3 subjects for CHM exam, which are first subject, paper number 1, 2, 3. I am going to tell the list of papers later on. So if you pass in the first 3 subjects, then you will get CHM certificate, provided you submit a separate form for CHM certificate. Then management of which are these 3 subjects for CHM examination? That is first paper number 1, that is management of cooperative housing societies. Second, accounts, and third, audit. If you pass in these 3 subjects, then you will be given CHM certificate. To obtain the CHM certificate, the candidates must fill up the application form separately. The separate application form is there that I have told. This is for CHM examination only. But you appear for 6 subjects, and if you pass in all 6 subjects, then you will get GDC and A and CHM. That is why it is advisable to appear always for these 6 subjects. Then you get GDC and A as well as CHM, because GDC A, it is strong diploma, means this it will give you the professional diploma. By passing CHM, you get only a certificate in housing management, which will help you to work in cooperative housing societies only, provided you have sufficient experience of working in cooperative housing societies. That is, it is my advice to all of you that you appear for all 6 subjects. Thereby you will get GDC and A and CH. So that will be beneficial to you. Now here let us see what is the merit criteria. If you get 70% and above marks, aggregate marks 70% and above marks, then you will be awarded distinction. If you get less than 70% but above 60%, then 60% and above, then you will be awarded first class. If you get less than 60% but 50% and above, then you will be awarded second class. And below that, below 50 and above 40 and above, then you will be awarded just pass class. So because passing criteria is 40%. Now after this examination, if you get less marks in particular subject, and if you want to submit application for recounting, then you will have to submit application for recounting within 1 month from the date of result by remitting prescribed fees per paper. This fees for recounting. Within 1 month of the result, you will have to submit your application for recounting to the GDC and A board. Now this application submission process, that is online. Okay, we guide the students about the entire process for a main examination as well as for recounting purpose. For exemption purpose, candidates securing 50% marks in any of the subject shall be exempt from passing that subject in the next examination. Means if you do not succeed in all 6 subjects, and if you want to appear for second attempt, then for the second attempt, the subjects to which you have secured 50 and above marks in your earlier examination, those subjects you will not to appear again, because you get exemption for those subjects. Means in your earlier examination, if you got 50% or more marks, then you get exemption to those subjects for your subsequent examination if you failed in the earlier examination. So this is exemption criteria. Then while submitting application, if you have made certain mistakes in your name, or if some lady students are there, their name gets get changed after marriage, etc. In that case, corrections you can do. So corrections in name, address, exemption your address if you change, then corrections can be done. So for this, what is the provision? The candidate must inform the GDC&A board for any correction in name, address and exemption before the result is declared. So before the result of that exam is declared, you will have to inform the GDC&A board. Now let us see the papers, important part. Papers, which papers you will have to appear for GDC and examination. If you want to get this GDC&A and CHM mentioned in your certificate, means certificate, that is that certificate for GDC&A and CHM, that is Government Diploma in Corporation Accountancy as well as Certificate in Housing Management collectively, then you will have to appear for these 6 subjects. Which are these 6 subjects? Paper number 1, that is Management of Cooperative Housing Societies. Paper number 2, that is Accounts. Paper number 3, that is Auditing. Paper number 4, that is History, Principles and Management in Cooperation. Paper number 5, that is Cooperative Law and Other Laws. And paper number 6, that is Cooperative Banking and Credit Societies. These are 6 papers for the GDC&A examination. Now let us take some highlights after passing this course or about the GDC&A diploma course. This is prestigious diploma awarded by the GDC&A board of Government of Maharashtra. It is beneficial to employees of cooperative sector, banking employees and housing sector employees. Means you can become cooperative accountant of cooperative societies or cooperative banks after passing this diploma. You can become government certified auditor for cooperative societies. For C, D and E type cooperative societies, you can become government certified auditor. Registrar of cooperative societies prepares panel of auditors, statutory auditors, and after passing GDC&A examination, post examination, if you get 3 years minimum, at least 3 years experience of working in cooperative sector, then cooperative sector at managerial post or internal auditor or with some charter accountant working in cooperative sector, etc. Then after passing GDC&A, if you have 3 years experience, then you can get yourself impaneled as statutory auditor. This panel is prepared by the registrar. Then you are empowered to carry out audit of accounts of cooperative societies. Okay, so this benefit is there. This diploma helps you to seek employment in cooperative sector, housing sector, banking and credit societies. You can become cooperative consultant and advisor like professional. Then you can become cooperative societies promoter. Means you can form cooperative societies. You can become cooperative sector manager. Also you can become a cooperative sector secretary. So there are a lot of opportunities. Preferred in candidates to other graduates. Means if you are already in employment and if there is a promotion situation, then GDC&A students are preferred over other candidates, especially for cooperative banks, cooperative credit societies, etc. Increments and even out of turn promotions can be expected as per the policy of your employer, cooperative bank or cooperative society. You can represent your client cooperative society before a registrar on various legal matters. Then you can be appointed as a recovery officer, special recovery officer. You can work as consultant to cooperative societies. You can work as auditor of cooperative societies, internal auditor, statutory auditor. You can take works of accounts writing, or you can become accounts writing expert for cooperative societies. Now besides this, once you are empaneled as panel auditor, then as per the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act 1960, there are some panels are prepared by the registrar to carry out inspection of cooperative societies under section 89A of the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies Act 1960. Panel of inquiry officers are also prepared under section 83 to carry out inquiry of cooperative societies under section 83 of the Maharashtra Cooperative Society Act 1960. Followed by section 88, that is panel of officers to carry out assessment of damages under section 88 of the Maharashtra Cooperative Societies. And panel of returning officers, that is election officers, that is also prepared by the registrar at divisional joint registrar level to conduct the elections of cooperative societies. Then for these panels, you are the preferred persons because you have passed the GD examination, you have sufficient experience of working in cooperative sector, and you are already on the panel of the certified auditors. Statutory auditors panel is there, you are there. Then you are also considered to be empaneled as a panelist or as a professional for these other panels which are prepared for other purposes, inspection, inquiry, election, etc. So here for GDC and student, sky is the only limit, but you have to do hard work. Means there is no limit restriction for hard working students here. As much as you work hard, you can earn in this sector. So for GDC and students, the golden opportunity is there, and I advise all of you to appear for this GDC and examination. We are there to assist you, to guide you, and prepare you for the examination. So welcome to the world of abundant opportunities. Become self-reliant, enhance your income opportunities, or start a new career in the cooperative sector, and the sky will be the only limit for you. So it is my advice to all of you to appear for the GDC and examination. And if you want any further information about GDC and examination, then you can note down my mobile number. My mobile number is 9869450525. My second mobile number is 8657360676. So these are my mobile numbers. My email ID is advbornak@gmail.com. So means your queries will be welcome if you call me or if you send me WhatsApp message. Then also I will guide you. You are also welcome to our office. Our branches are at one branch is at Thana and another is at Dadar. For the address purpose, you can send me SMS on WhatsApp. I will send you address of our offices of these two locations. So you can contact me. You are always welcome, and our team is there to assist you, to help you, and to prepare you for the GDC and examination.